listening to Zap Night, a video game review podcast. Join your hosts Danny, Kaylee, Seth, and Evan as we review video games from all systems and all genres.
What's going on, Zappers? Today, me and Evan are here to talk to you about The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Now, my first time playing this, I didn't know it was the fifth Elder Scrolls. I didn't even know what an Elder Scroll was, really. I've just heard of this game called Skyrim, right? And that was all the way back in, 2013, but...
I've never actually heard anyone just call it The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. It's always just Skyrim.
Yeah, I think even on the Xbox One, it's just called Skyrim.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was developed by Bethesda. It's their little masterpiece baby. They compare every game that they make to Skyrim.
It's definitely their bread and butter.
Yeah.
I mean, I would think it was like Fallout 3 or New Vegas, but no. I've never seen a game ported so many times than this.
So originally it was on PC, 360, and PS3, right? But then it came to Xbox One and PS4 with the special edition. And then it came to the Switch and also VR.
Yeah, PlayStation 4 VR. And then, everyone else got it for normal VR.
Yeah. There were even rumors that it was going to come to 3DS, but I think it's way too big for the 3DS to process.
It would look horrible on the 3DS. I mean, it already doesn't look that good on the Switch and VR, from what I've seen, but...
Yeah.
Try that on a 3DS,
And that's another thing, too. It came out November 11th, 2011, so it was 11/11/11, right?
Yeah.
But that's a long time ago, and they're still porting this game, so it doesn't really look up to today's standards. But we'll get into that later. The plot, right? It's got a lot of plot. It's your standard Bethesda RPG. There's the main story. There's all the side quests.
And then the available DLC that you can purchase if you want.
Yeah, if you had the Legendary Edition for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, get all three of the DLCs.
Or if you get the Special Edition, it just comes standard.
Yeah. Special Edition also added mods, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So like Fallout 4?
Yeah.
Nice.
Console mods.
Sweet.
Which, while they are regulated by Bethesda, so you can't have anything like 2 out there,
Yeah.
I did manage to snab a few good ones. Like, Master Chief.
Get a mod that just changes the entire color palette to green and purple.
That would be great.
That'd be great, man.
Someone needs to make that. If you're a modder and you're listening to this, please make that. We will endorse you.
Put it on ModDB. No, we won't. Don't make promises you can't keep.
Well, anyway, I will endorse whoever I want.
Good luck with that payment.
Okay. So, as with many other Elder Scrolls games, as I've come to find out, you start out and you're a criminal, right? After playing Skyrim my first time, I went back and played Oblivion, and I got Morrowind as well. And you always start out as some sort of criminal. You're never just a random guy who, he's just a commoner. You're always, in trouble.
It's always a bad guy becomes good guy kind of thing.
Yeah. So you're a prisoner, right? And you wake up in the back of, this wagon, and they're taking you to this town called Helgen to execute you for, crimes against the Empire, right? And the general of the Empire is there, and he's overseeing it because the general of the opposing, rebel group, it's kind of like Star Wars, okay? They're called the Stormcloaks, and their leader's there too. His name is, unironically, Ulfric Stormcloak, but
It is. It's like a cheesy knockoff of SpongeBob. Star Wars. We weren't even talking about SpongeBob earlier. I don't know why that came in my head.
SpongeBob, I am your father.
Oh, that would have been the best plot twist ever if Patrick was SpongeBob's father. We're getting off track.
Yeah. So anyway, you get out of the wagon, you customize your character with your millions of options to choose from. I made my guy look like the Predator. I actually chose a Nord. Did you choose a Nord?
I chose Nord, yeah.
Now, depending on which race you pick, you get different perks. The Nord, I don't think actually has any perks because it's like default.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's resistant to cold.
I think you're right.
Yeah. But yeah, every race has their own perks. Like the Argonians, which are like the lizard people, they can swim underwater forever. They can't drown. And the Khajiits, they're the cat people. Whenever I see a Khajiit, I just
makes you wonder, just what were the developers thinking?
You know, I heard they were thinking about adding dog people too.
That would have been a mistake.
Dog and cat people in the same game?
That'd be kind of cool. They could do like a war, like a nation war between the two.
We already got multiple wars going on, okay?
What's one more?
Yeah. Got vampires versus werewolves. We got Stormcloaks versus Imperials. We got me against the world.
That's an important one.
But yeah, you know, after customizing your character, you step up to the chopping block, right? And they're about to, you know, chop your head off. You just watch some other guy get his head chopped off. Another guy tried to run for it, but he got shot down. Which, that cutscene always lags for me, so I don't know. They like pull the arrow back, and then they let go, and then it hits him, and then he dies. He doesn't die as it hits him.
So it's just...
Yeah. But anyway, lag aside, the dragon Alduin shows up and starts causing some havoc, right? He's destroying the town, which allows you to escape. And you can either choose to escape with a Stormcloak or an Imperial. Although that's not really important to the story, it's important to the side like quest later on, yeah. Doesn't matter who you choose, because you get out of the town anyway. And as you escape the town, whoever you choose, you know, Stormcloak or Imperial, they ask you to come and join their ranks. That's also a side quest. So after you escape the town, you end up in this other town, right? And you have to warn the Jarl there. The Jarl is kind of like, I don't know, like a mayor or a governor.
John Mayer.
Of the area. It's hard to explain. It's like spelled Jarl. Jarl.
Jarl?
Yeah.
Car.
But yeah, these Jarls, right? You gotta tell the Jarl that there's a dragon attack, and of course no one believes you because, you know, dragons haven't been around forever. But after that, dragon starts attacking the town that you're in. So, you know, everyone starts believing you. But after you kill this dragon, you absorb its soul. And you're like, wait a minute. What just happened? Everyone's looking at you, and even like the guards around that were helping you kill this dragon are like, whoa.
Hey, that's kind of cool.
It's right then that you learn the legend of the Dragonborn, which is, it's kind of like, if you've seen Avatar, The Last Airbender, it's like where, you know how like an Avatar dies, and another one is born. It's like that for Dragonborns, except the Dragonborns are the only people in Skyrim Earth, I think it was called Tamriel, that can kill dragons, for sure. Because if like a normal person kills a dragon, they don't die. They just come back. But with the Dragonborn, he absorbs its soul. And that also plays into the gameplay, because if you absorb enough souls, you can unlock shouts. And that's another thing a Dragonborn can do, is communicate with dragons. You can speak its language. So you can use their shouts. You've probably heard of the mustard jar, or Fusroda.
Yeah.
The unrelenting force, you know, that just shoves them back.
Ooh. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
I ended up killing my Skyrim companion a lot because of that. I'd actually do it too close to him, and he'd
Was it
flying.
Lydia?
Yeah.
Oh my god. You are my Thane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after you absorb your first dragon, I remember my first time. You start to hear voices, okay? And it's the Greybeards. They call you up to their mountain, and they tell you a lot more about shouting, and they tutorial you on how to be a Dragonborn.
Because they know so much.
Yeah, they're just a bunch of guys who sit up on a mountain,
hanging out,
practice shouting.
Have a good time.
They just yell.
I wish I could do that. Just yell, scream.
Their leader is actually a dragon, but we'll get to that later because you don't know that at the time. But they send you on a few tasks to prove that you're the epic hero that they need to defeat the evilest dragon in the land called Alduin. He's this big black dragon with red eyes. He's basically the opposite of Yu-Gi-Oh! Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Not a very nice guy. I tried talking to him about it, but he didn't like it. Talking about Alduin here.
Oh, you talked to
Went to his house, yeah, we ended up doing... There was like a shoving match, and then...
Oh, so that's where that came from.
Yep.
Man. So on a few of your tasks that you do for the Greybeards, you meet this other group called the Blades. And they have their own mobile game now, but that's off topic. But they're dragon hunters, okay? But they don't like the Greybeards either. Because, the Greybeards are led by a dragon. And the Blades, they kind of help you out a little bit. Not that much, because... I don't know, they're kind of their own... They do their own thing. Yeah. But, it almost comes to the point where the Blades are about to attack the Greybeards, but then Alduin keeps doing some more stuff. Alduin has the ability to revive the other dragons. So if you can stop him, you can stop the dragons from attacking and destroying all of Skyrim, right? During its civil war.
Right.
It's a very chaotic time, okay? There's giant spiders everywhere. There's bears coming out of their caves during the day. And, yeah.
Yeah, spiders too. Much of my distaste.
Yeah.
I can't do it, dude. That was the spiders, man. Anything with a spider. I still can't do it. Like Lord of the Rings 3, can't watch that part with the spider.
Really?
Yeah, I can't do it.
That's not even like a real spider.
Exactly.
I think it was a lady that was transformed into a spider. Anyway, this isn't Lord of the Rings.
Kind of like it.
It's very much like Lord of the Rings, but it's not.
Yeah.
He even plays an orc. But yeah, you travel with the Blades a little bit. You end up at this place called the Skyhaven Temple. Yeah. You find out how to defeat Alduin, alright? You need an Elder Scroll, which is where the name of the game comes from. Whoa. The Elder Scroll shows you, once you get it, it shows you the past of how an ancient Nord group defeated Alduin previously. And they used a special shout called Dragon Rend. Basically, it just brings dragons to the ground so you can beat the crap out of them. And don't ask me why they weren't able to defeat them back then. I don't really know why.
Plot convenience.
Yeah. Because, if you can do it now, why couldn't they have done it then? With the same process. Anyway. You go up to the top of the mountain with the Greybeards, right? And you're with Parthenax, the leader of the Greybeards, the dragon. And you call upon Alduin. And you both fight him there. And you defeat him. The weird part is, though, he doesn't die. That was the first time a dragon didn't turn into a skeleton after you kill it.
Dang.
And you're like, wait a minute, what? He flies off and goes to it's like Nordheaven, Sovngarde. So you have to get to Sovngarde, but you honestly, you really don't want to commit suicide.
Yeah,
so
no, that's...
You might not even go there. You might go to Oblivion instead. I don't know the rules of the divines. Telos be with you. Yeah, you find a portal, alright. The world's going to, complete chaos, because there's dragons everywhere, there's ancient Nords coming back to life, the Draugrs, the little skeleton guys, dragon priests. But yeah, in order to stop that, you jump through the portal, to Sovngarde, and you find these. I think it's the same people from the Elder Scroll that it showed you that defeated Alduin previously. You all team up and you fight Alduin's ghost thing, and you win, and you save the world. Did that stop all the dragons? No, because they still show up in the post game. They don't come back though. So
it stopped the dragon.
Yeah, it stopped the World Eater. That's what they called him. Alduin the World Eater. And Skyrim's still in turmoil.
Look at that.
Until you do the side quests. But yeah, that's the main story. So, I gave the story a 6 out of 10. Because without all the side quests, you really don't do much.
I gave it a 7. I found myself getting bored a lot and kind of just, like, I'd listen to a cutscene and then my mind would just kind of wander. And then I would snap back and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm still playing a game. Like, it didn't, like, a lot of the time it didn't grab my attention. But as for the main story that did offer, I did like a lot of the ideas that they had for the story. Places to go, the
it definitely was dynamic, and it showed you the sheer size of the map that they had.
Yeah,
sending you around everywhere.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. There's just like times that I'll just get too bored, and I'll just kind of unlike Fallout 3, which usually always has my attention.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. But like it wasn't bad. The story was not bad, by any means. Just little bits and pieces sometimes.
One thing I will give it. Since, I obviously never played any of the other Elder Scrolls, it wasn't all that confusing for people to get into.
Right.
Like, usually if it's the 5th title in a series and it continues off the others, people will be extremely lost. But, I don't know, it really wasn't that confusing. I mean, if you know what...
Because they don't build off each other, the other games. They're all kind of like...
Yeah.
It's like kind of like a Final Fantasy thing, how it's like a different story. No?
They do. It's just they're separated by so many years.
Oh, gotcha.
I think Oblivion took place, I believe it was 200 years before Skyrim.
Okay.
So yeah, a lot's changed. I don't even think there was any characters that... Although Cicero might have been from Oblivion. You don't know him. Yeah. Unless you played the Dark Brotherhood stuff.
Yeah, I did play Oblivion, but that was such a long time ago.
Yeah. And yeah, the side quests, a lot of the side quests in Skyrim had really good stories that like fulfilled the roles too,
Yeah, I might go back and actually do some of the side quests. Like I might try and, complete whatever the big story arc is. Because it is kind of interesting, so I do kind of want to see what they have to offer.
You can solve the Civil War. Who's ever side you choose wins, obviously. Unless you die.
Yeah.
But then you just respawn, so.
Yeah. Game magic.
There's the Dark Brotherhood. They're a group of assassins. They get summoned through evil rituals, but yeah. There's the Companions. They're a bunch of werewolves. The Thieves Guild, they just go around stealing stuff, but they end up giving you like the best armor and stuff in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, the side quests were really good too, and just exploring this big open wilderness was amazing.
It's so much bigger than I want to say. It's definitely bigger than the Wasteland, the Capital Wasteland.
Yes.
In 3. I don't know about New Vegas. That's in the Mojave.
It's bigger than New Vegas.
I don't know. I wanted to actually like do a comparison, but I knew it was definitely going to be at least a little bit bigger than the Mojave. But I knew it was way bigger than Capital Wasteland.
I think I heard it was bigger than Fallout 4's map.
Really?
Yeah, I think 76 has it beat, but I think Skyrim's still in second place.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good for a game that came out in 2011.
How long did they take to make this? Like, did they start working on this? I thought I heard something like they started working on this before they were even done with Oblivion, but I don't know.
Maybe that would explain the graphics.
Yeah,
because the graphics I gave it a 7 out of 10. Even though I played the special edition, that's remastered.
Right.
Originally, when I played it, it was on the 360. I didn't have an HDMI cord at the time, so it really looked like it was from 2011.
Yeah.
It was It's not good.
Mm.
The graphics, I'm sorry, they
Just imagine this is essentially New Vegas, but like exactly that, and nothing special new.
Yeah. It's New Vegas but green.
Yes. New Vegas, but green. That's a very accurate.
It's Fallout without guns.
Right. Which would be an interesting turn for that series.
Yeah.
But
well, there's a theory that they're in the same world.
there's a theory like that all the Bethesda stuff are like
yeah, they're all connected.
Doom and Wolfenstein and then this and Fallout.
Oh yeah, I guess this isn't our first Bethesda game, is it?
No, Doom 2016.
Doe.
Which we did like a long time ago. It feels like we did it a long time ago.
Yeah.
I try and let that one escape. I don't like thinking about that one. I did not have a good time playing that one.
Yeah, that was not fun.
Better than Sonic Adventure. But yeah, graphically, like I said, it was fine. 2011. But yeah, I kind of was hoping that with a remaster, that it would be more compared to 4. And then
You mean like Fallout 4?
yeah,
Yeah, Fallout 4 looked great
right.
compared to Skyrim.
And then like VR looks horrible.
Yeah.
I haven't seen too much of the Switch version.
It probably looks similar to the 360 version
Probably
on HDMI.
right.
Because like the HDMI, if you have an HDMI cord for your 360, it pretty much looks the same as the special edition on Xbox One.
Yeah.
With the Xbox One, they added like aesthetic stuff too. Like they added more plant life and better lighting, but it pretty much looks the same.
Yeah. Which are, typical remasters. But sometimes people pull off awesome remasters.
Halo 2 Anniversary. That was amazing.
Bioshock 1. Bioshock 1 remastered looked crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, not that. But it's still good. It's still Skyrim.
It's not bad. It's not good.
It's still Bethesda's
it's a 7.
bread and butter. Yeah, it's not good. It's not bad. It's a C. That's a passing grade.
Yeah. The gameplay gave it a 10 because it's your standard Bethesda, menu special. That's what they call it, their perk tree. Because every time you level up, you get a perk.
Right.
They called it special in Fallout. I don't know what they call it in Skyrim. I don't think they call it anything.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, hey, hello.
You just go to the cosmos and you're like, yeah, I want to be able to talk to people better.
Yeah.
Speech 100.
Speech 100. I ended up giving it I gave it a 7. It was cool. Like the perk tree. Oh, okay, see you later. But I had played, especially around that time, 2011. There's a lot of games out that use similar systems to that. So I didn't really feel like I was playing anything new, or it was like unique. It was unique to the series, but it wasn't unique in terms of gameplay. And as I played games even before this that used a similar system and actually did it better. But like magic, like using the shouts are really cool and really
the shouts
funny.
Were a really cool,
especially when
addition.
you end up turning around and you launch your companion down a cliff accidentally. It's hilarious. So it's great. But yeah,
did you use any of the other shouts?
Oh yeah, I used all of them, and I would just do it on NPCs, not even just testing them sometimes.
Yeah, I still remember my first time blowing away a giant. He didn't go very far because he was a giant.
Right, a giant, but oh man, it's the funniest thing ever.
And there's so much you can do in this game too.
Right.
It's not like GTA 5 where it's a life simulator.
Right. Exactly.
But you can do a lot. You can have a family. You can have a kid. Get a dog.
Get a cat that annoys you like this one. No, I'm just kidding.
Destroy an entire town if you wanted to.
In a matter of minutes.
Yeah. Depending on how good you are.
Right, exactly. How skilled you are with a controller or keyboard.
But yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff that says this is like the best open world RPG from the West, at least.
Winner of over 200 Game of the Year awards.
Yeah. It was
for a good reason.
It was a revolutionary game.
Oh,
Jeez, cat.
It's so annoying. But it's like, as long as like he's in front of the camera, like it's fine because like it's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
It was cool that they were able to build up this big story from their own lore too.
yeah,
Like
for sure.
they didn't get any of this from like anything. Obviously, you can see the inspiration from
Right.
like Cthulhu and
Right.
Cthulhu, Lord of the Rings.
Cthulhu?
Yeah.
You know, it's actually really cool. That they used for like the physics engine. They used Havoc. I love the Havoc engine.
Yeah.
Their ragdolls are like the best, and Half-Life 2 uses them.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't know Skyrim had used physics. Used the Havoc. Of course, it has physics. Every game has physics. I didn't know you used the Havoc.
Skyrim
engine.
Without physics. Can
Yeah.
we get that mod as well?
You get that one too. Everyone's just a block. It's just like the first Witcher. Everyone just kind of floats. But yeah, so I mean, as soon as I saw that on the back of the my copy of the game, I was like, "Oh snap, dude!" So I instantly started messing around, obviously, with some of the physics, using the shouts to launch people, seeing how good it was, and it was really cool.
hmm
So
Now, horse physics, however,
those could be worked on.
yeah,
I don't think the Havoc engine at the time was prepared for such advanced, mobility.
when you're on a horse, you can go vertical on the side of a mountain.
Yeah. Yep.
And not fall off.
Which
No.
maybe in Tamriel, that's just how it is. We don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe we need to go to Tamriel and we'll figure it out.
Maybe horse have magnetic feet there.
We'll do an IRL podcast in Tamriel.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Try and scale a mountain, and then it'll fail.
For the music, I gave it a 9. Because all the music really just fit the mood, it was very ambient.
Right.
And, while they might not all be memorable,
It sounds good in the moment,
it fits the mood.
right?
like,
It's very soft,
Ancient, it's
Right.
medieval.
and then it picks up when you get into
Yeah, and it gets
a fight.
epic. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely a good mood setter. I gave it an 8. So yeah, definitely good. In the moment,
Yeah.
eventful music.
Oh man, don't even get me started on the bar music. If you go into the inns, you can have people play for you. Would you like to sing us one of the songs?
Oh, I never.
You never went in the
No.
inn?
I mean, I did, but I never asked them to play a song. No.
Okay.
Would you like to sing
Uh,
us a song?
well, we heard my singing before,
Right.
and we got hateful comments from
Did
it.
we?
No.
I don't think
But
so.
I'd like to think so.
don't say that.
I leave myself hateful comments.
Oh, there you go. You're just like, wow, he sounds terrible.
What
and
a
then you comment.
loser.
And then you comment on your own comment, like, I agree with you.
Yeah. Your clones are very impressive.
Yeah, exactly. You just make a bunch of different accounts. Just send it to each other. Now, is there a physical release for the soundtrack? That comes with special editions? Or is it just you have to get it on Amazon or something?
I have no idea.
Because there's a couple tunes that I kind of really liked, but I don't know if you can get
I know they're on YouTube.
right. You can get it, YouTube. I'm sure you can find them on Amazon Music or whatever. But an actual like a CD, or I know sometimes they come in vinyl.
I would imagine they would have made a CD. I mean, this game was popular enough.
Right, exactly. They actually just recently made this isn't related to Skyrim, but it's related to music. They made a TF2 vinyl.
Did they?
Yeah, one side's red, the other side's blue. And it's pretty cool.
I was gonna say DDLC got their own CD. How did Skyrim?
How did
not?
yeah? Hey man, when you get 100 million downloads in a month, not 100 million, 1 million. When you get 1 million downloads in a month, you deserve that kind of special release. And if you get over 200 Game of the Year awards, I'd say that deserves a full release for the soundtrack.
So if it's out there or not, we don't know.
Yeah, but if you find it and you're a collector, pick it up. Also, great next to your 5 copies of Skyrim. One for each system.
Yeah. That's one thing that kind of annoyed me. Is that, they keep adding newer features with each port.
Right.
It's well, I don't want to buy Skyrim 15 times.
Yeah. The initial release, obviously that's the initial release. Special edition remastered. I get it. That one deserved definitely to come out just because.
Well, there was even the legendary edition before that.
Right. And of course, this gives you all the DLC standard. The the next gen edition. But then the VR release, the fact that there was 2 VR releases, there was one for PlayStation VR, and then there was just one VR for everybody else. And then the Switch, and the Switch I kind of get because they did that with Doom.
Yeah, Switch, they're like, oh, now you can play Skyrim on the go. And we added Zelda items.
It's like, cool. We didn't
I
ask
don't
for
want
this.
to buy
Yeah,
pay $60 again. I've already bought this game 3 times. I bought this game 3 times.
This? 360.
Yes, and the Legendary Edition on 360.
Hey, kitty. Oh, okay.
I'm not buying it again.
Now we got another one.
Until Elder Scrolls 6.
Which they did tease last year.
Yeah.
At E3. And now with E3 coming up.
I hope we see more.
Right. Bethesda last year had a very good E3 presentation, so I hope they can double up this time. Oh, okay.
Oh, no!
No, not your special edition. Special. I can English well.
That is one thing I like about Fallout 4 and Skyrim for Special Edition, is that they added the console mods. And that was a really revolutionary idea, because no other game on console really does that,
No.
Allows mods like that.
Getting them onto your console is it's a longer process, because I believe am I correct in saying you have to get them off the computer?
No.
You can get them right there on your system.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
There's an option under DLC, it's mods.
Okay.
And you click on the mods and it shows you popular ones. You can search for whatever you're looking for.
Okay. Oh, so that's actually kind of easier than PC, because a PC you have to go to a mod,
Nexus mods,
ModDB, or if you're on the Steam page, I'm sure.
Although all the good mods are exclusive to PC.
That's kind of there's so much more you can do,
because Bethesda regulates the ones that are on their marketplace.
Yeah. That's kind of sad, but it's so cool.
They also added this thing recently to the special edition called the Creation Club, and that's paid mods.
Wait, they added that recently to this?
And Fallout 4, yeah. The Creation Club it's basically the same as the mod menu, but you have to pay for those mods.
Gotcha.
And they come from Bethesda themselves. So is it really a mod though? If it's coming from Bethesda?
It's not even a mod at that point. At that point, it's just...
I could be wrong though. I don't really know enough about it. I just know that it keeps updating my Skyrim every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Adding gigabytes at a time.
How much? How many is it at right now? For console?
40, I think.
40 gigabytes? Is that with the main game and everything else included?
I think so.
Okay. So it still hasn't reached Halo 5 levels.
Oh, yeah. Not Gears 4 level.
Gears 4 levels, yeah.
Man.
Some of those games are just ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's
But that's actually cool.
Halo 5's not even graphically impressive. Why does it need 100 gigabytes?
Yeah, it's comparable. It's comparable to 4, but just it's been
tweaked.
They tweaked. They kind of just turned the knobs from 8 to 9. In the juice department, and just kind of gave it a little bit more graphical power. That was about it. But yeah, 100 gigabytes, and me with only a 250 gigabyte system. That means I can only have if I want big games, I can only have 1 or 2 more.
Oh, that was another thing about the mod menu, is that you can only have a certain amount of mods. I think it was 2 gigabytes of mods. I've never hit it. Okay. And they might have gotten rid of it, I'm not sure. But they did have a limit when it first came out.
Really?
Yeah.
It kind of sucks.
So they also have the load order too, to where some are higher priority than others. You can move them around. I don't know what that means. I don't mess with it because I don't want to break anything.
You want to find out if it's broken.
But yeah,
get that. Yeah, that's cool. The mods on console definitely. I've never really seen a game with that before, besides Bethesda games. And I guess Halo 5 has prefabs, but that's not really
that's
just
it's not a mod though.
Yeah, anybody. It's just community made in game kind of stuff.
Same with the stage builder stuff in Smash Bros.
Yeah,
they're creating these communities around fan made content.
Right, and with that, I've been rapidly making stages.
You have?
Yes, I have.
I've made 2.
You made 2? I made one that's essentially just a pit. And you're always falling. And so not only do you have to fight, but you also have to try and stay out of falling. It's kind of like Star Wars Episode 6, and they're about to be thrown into the sand dune monster.
Oh,
It's kind of like that. You're trying to stay out of the pit.
Okay,
So
nice.
yeah, thank you.
Did you get the aqua stage?
No.
I'm glad you knew exactly what I was talking
Yeah.
about. I didn't want to have to explain it.
Yeah, that's good. That's fine.
Overall, I gave Skyrim a 9 out of 10.
I gave it a 7 out of 10.
So for me, I got 41 out of 50. You got
36.
so that's a 77.
That's a high C right there. High C, literally.
I see. Yeah, like
Which-
the juice.
Like the thing they need to bring back to McDonald's because they gave me Fanta and it's like I'm not drinking that. I mean, I guess I'll drink Powerade, but
Wait, what was the drink in Skyrim that the Khajiits were addicted to?
oh
Skooma.
yes, and I
Skooma.
was actually funny because when I came up to that, I was like, oh, that's kind of like me with like McDonald's Powerade because I only drink that because they got rid of High C.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is it like a juice or is it like a beer?
It's okay. So there's this thing called moon sugar, right? And that's basically it's Coke. Okay. And they
Like-
mix it together with like I think it's mead.
Like Coca-Cola or like
Yeah.
okay.
And they mix it together with some sort of alcohol to make the skooma. And that's why it's so addicting
Oh, okay.
and
gotcha.
ruins people's lives.
ruins people's lives.
I remember my first time trying skooma.
Yeah. Did you end up waking up in a dumpster?
I woke
Somewhere.
up at the beginning of Skyrim again. Hey you, were you trying to cross the border?
I was trying to know, man. It's my first time. I can't go back to jail.
I've played that intro so many times because I always create different characters. That was all I would do on the 360.
But just
Replay the beginning over and over and see what kind of character I can make.
yeah. Character creation.
Yeah, different builds, Like, oh, I want to go all two-handed skill this time, or this time I'm going to be a thief and just sneak everywhere.
Right.
Which, if you're trying to build up your sneak, you can literally just crouch down and walk everywhere.
Yeah, it can get crazy.
Yeah.
I kind of want to pick up the special edition, probably for the PS4. Just to see kind of what's all about. Also, I played the 360 edition, and I had never played this game before, so I didn't want to commit to a much more expensive special edition.
It's probably like $40
Probably.
now.
I mean, I picked up. I mean,
Don't quote me on that, though.
You were with me when we picked up my copy. I think it was like $3.
Yeah.
Like $2.99 at our local like retro game store. So yeah, I just was like, and at that point we hadn't even decided to do this one yet. It was just like, oh well, may as well get it now. I waited, 9 years. I'll pick it up at some point. So then it sat on my rack, and it's like, oh, we should do this. And so, but now I've played it, I do kind of want to grab the special edition.
While you're at it, play Elder Scrolls Blades coming to
Right.
iOS and Android.
It's here. It's here. Yeah.
I think it's in like the beta or something.
Right. I think for iOS, I believe you need iOS. You need to have like an iPhone 7 or higher to play it. Maybe 6. But I have a 7 and it runs fine. So as long as you can have your phone be upgraded to the current version of iOS, it will run, and it looks
It's amazing.
Yeah, on iOS
that they
it looks
can
great.
fit that into a phone.
Right.
It looks like Skyrim. They have the costumes and the backgrounds of Skyrim.
Yeah.
The characters kind of look like they're from Oblivion, but
Yeah.
I think it does take place in Skyrim too, because it's about the blades,
Mhm.
and the blades were only in Skyrim,
Yeah,
I believe.
I think it is. I think it's also just kind of like in a separate kind of area.
Yeah,
I heard something like you kind of revisit towns that you do see in Skyrim.
I haven't gone far enough.
Yeah, I haven't
in it
gotten that
yet.
far in it either, but it is available. It's free. It's in early access, so when it comes out of it, might not be free, but for now, it's pick it up while you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, I was actually gonna say, I actually had played the first Elder Scrolls game called Arena.
Really?
Yeah, my dad, he had it on his old like Dell laptop,
Mm-hmm.
and it was so bad. It came out a long time ago, so
Gotta start somewhere.
yeah. But I was like, yeah, like I mean, and I was of course a kid, but I found that old laptop and I plugged it in, and it was still on it. I could still play Arena.
They've always been first person, right?
No.
No?
No.
I thought Arena was first person.
It like is, but you can kind of do like kind of how you can do in like these games. You can like
Switch.
you can like back up.
But it's like primarily.
Yeah, probably Yep. But yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, but you had to start timer. It wasn't the best thing, but it was just cool because looking how far it's come.
Yeah.
Obviously, like I played a little bit of Morrowind when I was much younger, and then Oblivion I played to its completion, and then
Now, if
Skyrim.
we ever do Oblivion, I hope we don't, because I didn't like Oblivion.
I don't know. I was kind of mixed about it. At that, when I had it, I didn't really have anything else to play. I think I had Sonic Unleashed. It was between that, Sonic Unleashed, and Tony Hawk's Proving Ground. And I beat Proving Ground. So I was like, oh, I'm going to play something that takes more time. So I played Oblivion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's backtrack. Let's go from Skyrim to Arena.
Oh, man.
In complete reverse chronological order. We'll do the same thing with Fallout. We'll start with 76, and we'll work back to the original Wasteland.
Well, actually, 76 is a prequel.
Oh, yeah. Is it a prequel to 4? Or is it a prequel to... No, it's a prequel to everything.
Yeah.
It's like, what, 25 years after?
I don't know when Fallout 1 takes place.
Fallout 1's like 100. No, it's like 80-something years afterwards, I believe.
Then, yeah, 76 is the earliest.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
25 years later on the... what is the Reclamation Day? What is it called?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Reclamation Day. I mean, you get to leave the vault, and there's no NPCs at like anywhere.
Now, 76 actually kind of looked like Skyrim, because there was a lot of greenery.
Yeah.
No, it looked better than Skyrim, though.
Yeah, no, it definitely did. But, they had the base of Skyrim, which I feel like for everything that came out after Skyrim, they kind of used that as a base.
Well, I think for Skyrim, they built a new engine called the Creation Engine. I think they did use that for Fallout 4 and 76.
Is it not? Is it not the same engine from New Vegas or 3?
I don't think it is.
Kind of looks similar.
Of course it's similar.
Right.
They only know how to build one thing.
We'll do some research.
Yeah, we'll get back to you guys on that.
If we come up with anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, 76 does look like Skyrim. Yeah, a lot more green. It has as much green, and yeah, graphically it looks much better.
No snow though.
No snow. Nope.
If there is, I haven't found any.
We didn't get that luxury.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you traveled the entire map yet on 76?
Nope.
I still need to
I can't get far enough. I'll die. It's very hard.
What level are you?
It's been a while. I've been playing Skyrim, man.
Right. Yeah.
And then I started playing Wind Waker.
Ooh.
Which turns out that's what we're doing next.
We're doing the Wind Waker, and before
that, they're doing a controversially better game.
Danny and special guest Ren, they're doing Breath of the Wild for the Switch, the first Zelda game on Zap Night, which, if it hasn't been revealed already, Zap is Zelda and Pizza Night, Zap Night. And yeah, it's been going for almost 3 years and no Zelda game. But we finally got a Zelda game, and then right after it, we got another Zelda game. Wind Waker is the more cartoon graphic side of Zelda.
Yeah.
So we'll have 2 back-to-back Zelda, and then obviously we'll go back to just, something else. But finally kicking it off, and it should be pretty good. So thank you guys so much for watching. Go check out ZapNight.com, our website.
The Gaming Podcast Alliance.
The Gaming Podcast Alliance. Go check us out on Instagram, Facebook. It's Zap Night on pretty much everything. MySpace, Tinder.
Oh yeah.
And on
5chan.
AOL.
Yeah.
And yeah, we will see you guys in the next episode.
Zap off.